What's up, my beautiful people? Exile451 here with another daily dose of Reddit Hope and Happy. And today, we're going into r/get disciplined for some advice on why it's so important to be able to love yourself. So, let's get to it. Our first post is from user Wolf of Anarchy. Don't hate yourself for what you're not, but love yourself for what you can be. Hey y'all. So I'm by no means someone with a lot of discipline, but a while ago, I went to my shrink and basically laid it all out to him. It helped a tremendous amount. Hope it can help you. The story? Basically my story is that I tried for 4 years to become disciplined, but I never in the moment could fight and win against that resistance you feel when you have to make the conscious decision to open that Word doc and start typing. 4 years, and I was worse off than before I tried getting disciplined. Not only had I read tens of books, none finished, on discipline, watched all the Jocko Willink, David Goggins, Joe Rogan, Jordan Peterson, and Gary Vaynerchuk content there is, but nothing just helped. I actually got worse at it week by week, less discipline. And then I would read a super great article and would have a really good 2 days on the fumes of motivation, only for them to dissipate and to again fall flat on my face. Whenever I didn't feel like it, I just could not do something that I didn't want to do. 4 freaking years after vowing not to watch porn, I would still be at day 0 because I got a mild urge that I simply couldn't resist. And man, I made sure to make it known to myself what kind of a failure I am, not to be able to even improve a bit after 4 freaking years. I made sure to keep telling myself all the missed opportunities, the person that I could have been, how pathetic I am, etc. The solution? And then I came there, again, to my psychologist. And I said, I just can't. For years, I've been trying to break through resistance. I can't. One urge and I immediately give in. An urge to do the homework later and I immediately close all documents and start a game. I can't. I have no willpower. And then he told me something that changed a lot of things for me. I'm paraphrasing this, but he said, you're beating yourself up after every failure. You hate what you've become and what you're not. You are incredibly negative, and that is no way to treat yourself. You're like a captain that beats the crap out of every corporal because they didn't make the 10K, and then remind them of their failures every single day. How can you expect to get better out of hating yourself? You need to be positive. Don't hate yourself for what you're not. Love yourself for what you can be. Your parents love you. I think you're a great person. Your friends like you. Everyone knows you have a good heart and that you deserve more. But you should know that too. Don't force yourself to kill an entire army of resistance when you need to do something you don't want to, but simply tell yourself that feeling resistance is okay. And that you can feel it later, it can have its moment, but now you are choosing to go down a path that will get you in a better place in life. You deserve a good job, you deserve a family, a home in nature as you want. You deserve all that. And if you choose to work, to study, to improve, then you build a little bit of your path towards the good, positive things that you can and deserve to have. And if you want to watch porn again, or play another game for hours, or snooze the alarm clock, remember that you're going on a path towards things that will lead to nothing, and towards things that you do not deserve, like a terrible, lonely, bottom-of-the-barrel life. Do you deserve that now? No, of course not. So make the right choices, but do them not out of spite and hate, but out of love for that which you can have. Be positive, mindful, and don't be hard on yourself. Tell yourself that it is okay not to want to do it, but that you are doing this for a better life for yourself, which you deserve. And that basically changed a lot of things for me. I blasted myself every day, called myself a freaking piece of filth for being lazy. I thought anger worked. I hated what I was. And now, I love what I can be. I love the opportunities that I have, and I love the potential that I have. I accept my previous and somewhat current lack of discipline, but I don't beat myself up for it. It's a journey I have to make alone, but it will lead me to wonderful places. Don't hate yourself for what you're not, but love what you can be. Accept where you are now. Wow, That's quite the psychologist. That's really life-changing advice there, and yet it's so simple at the same time to think about. You know, honestly, this is a really good post, and I appreciate you putting it up there, OP. It's not always the easiest thing to really kind of look at yourself and be like, this is what I want to be, this is what I believe I can be, and therefore I deserve love because of what I can be, of what I can achieve, of the potential that I have for success. But at the same time, look at the change that you've made in your life. Seriously, anyone around you probably notices this. You're not the constant negative person that you were. Every failure doesn't have to get blown out of proportion. And I'm sure now you're actively being an example for other people as to what letting go of that kind of anger and self-hatred can do for their lives as well. Especially in today's world where we are so driven on having to be absolutely 100% perfect all the time, where even the smallest misstep years and years and years ago when we weren't even thinking can come back to us later in life and blow everything up. Because that's just the world we live in, where one mistake is worthy of derailing everything you've worked for. The fact of the matter is, we're not perfect, and we have to accept that about ourselves. We have to keep moving forward. We have to learn to love who we are and embrace ourselves for our faults and failures. You've done that, and honestly, you're a great inspiration for me, and I'm sure for others out there as well. So thank you so very, very much for sharing the post, and wherever you're at, I really do wish you the best. This next post is from user Mindful Designs. But first, if you're enjoying the video, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you can get more of your daily dose of Reddit Hope and Happy. Also, check out the channel on social media at the Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Patreon links in the description below. It's okay if you're too unmotivated to stick to your habits, but don't give up completely. Even a small action each day will motivate you and change the way you think. More than nothing is better than all or nothing. In quarantine, I've started feeling a little unmotivated, and sometimes I'm hard on myself over it. But I discovered a strategy that helped me stay on track with my habits in times like this. Here's the trick. Habit streaks are very important and motivating for many reasons. If we break the streak, we feel bad. All or nothing, so nothing. If we continue, we feel proud. Emotion leads to motivation. What if you don't break the streak? Think about your habit. Let's say you want to get better at the guitar. If you want to play one song today and that's all you have, that's fine. What's the difference between playing one single song and just taking some time off? Attitude. Essentially, you can't escape the fact that habit streaks feel good and we are kind of all or nothing animals. But all doesn't have to be as big as you make it out to be in your head. If you don't play 1 hour today, it's probably not the end of the world. But if you play one song, you didn't give up, you're proud of yourself, maybe you'll play two. I've been meditating every day for over 160 days. Believe me, not every day do I want to sit down with my thoughts and try to calm down. Sometimes I do a single minute on the toilet instead of browsing something. That's how I discovered this around day 50 or 60 of meditating, and it kept me going. I made a video explaining how this works, how I did it, the psychology, and the positive long-term effect of using this technique. I call it the 1-minute rule, and I would be so happy if you had a look and let me know how it helped you. Quarantine, depression, work, life, nothing should have the power to make you give up on what matters to you. It doesn't matter if you're doing it perfectly. Well, short and succinct, but very on point. OP, thank you so much for sharing this. For anyone interested in checking out his 1-minute rule video, I have it posted here in the description, and you can check it out when it's convenient for you. But in all honesty, OP, I think this is really, really relevant for right now. Before all this quarantine, social isolation stuff became the new norm, people had habits, they had routines, they had things that they were so used to doing that all this hysteria, well-founded though it may be, has really kind of thrown out of whack. And when a habit is forced to be broken out of no fault of your own, sometimes that does leave that depressed void. And it's up to us to kind of fill that with something healthy. You've broken this down pretty well about how to take solace and joy out of even the smallest of victories. Maybe I didn't get 10 auditions in for voiceover work, but I at least got 2. And that could be something because you never know when you're going to hit the right person. Maybe you didn't get that 3rd set in the circuit you were trying to do because your body just kind of gave out. You still did 2. you're still going to get stronger for it. You're absolutely right here. It's so important for us to be able to find pleasure in this something is better than nothing mentality rather than beat ourselves up for failing when it came to all or nothing. This is really relevant for today's world, and I'm so appreciative that you put it up here. Wherever you're at right now, I do wish you the best. That was r/Get Disciplined, and if you're looking for more stories and advice about how to better implement discipline in your life, then go ahead and check out the playlist link in the description below. Now you guys, stay safe, stay healthy, stay inside if you're supposed to. I will see you all on Monday. Until then, I'm Exile451. Stay beautiful, people.